My people now well done know na me be una sister una girl Creative Kingdom. And I greet all of una according to the time when they use wherever una they listen to the sound of my voice from. My people, I come una see person where they play for this video. So now this one be the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari na person will be say he don't draw our attention over this matter of climate change. Una remember now during those days of his tenure, UN can't invite him. When you go UN, he can't go to talk about climate change. I will say, now climate change, I will send you go there for, or you go to talk. Where we say we get different varieties of problem in Nigeria. Now we can't the verse, or I can't say this man not your get brain at all. Now see say they read that from the script, or the person try well. The person try now, where feel right, where still feel reason this kind of problem to put time for a table gidigba say oga may you go and go talk about this climate change, and the whole story now it don't make sense. So because this climate change, the reason why I bring that to our attention, this climate change, the story don't the become story where it touches the heart. The whole world don't they talk about, they don't they show concern about this climate change. That make me bring this matter again to our notice. Say our own president, our own former president, President Muhammadu Buhari, in the fair talk about this matter. And we need to pay attention to this climate change issue because it don't become story where they touches the heart as the world don't talk about. And I'll still bring this video. When I listen to how the world don't they show it don't they show concern to the whole world. If I may ask, what is this climate change? What is climate change? Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. This shift may be natural, but since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels like coals, oil, and gas. Where they catch fire here and there, now bush they catch fire now, which produces heat, trapping gases. All this one now they generate, now they cause this climate change, where they change all the temperature and everything. So my people, this one the person will listen to how our former president first took mouth for this climate change matter, and we'll still listen to how now where the world don't they show concern of this climate change. It don't they turn story where they touches the heart because they say it don't they affect everybody, including you and me, in directly and indirectly. So we will listen to President Muhammadu Buhari, former president, and we'll still listen to how the international news still they carry this matter of climate change. Una do mona subscribe to my channel, mona the support una get. And they bring story where be say we need to they aware for before it turn to story where they touches the heart.
Mr. President, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government. Mr. President, on behalf of the Nigerian delegation, I congratulate you on your election as the President of the 26th session of the Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and assure you of our full support as you lead our deliberations. I do not think anyone in Nigeria needs persuading of the need for urgent action on the environment. Desertification in the north, floods in the center, pollution and erosion on the coast are enough evidence. For Nigeria, climate change is not about the perils of tomorrow, but what is happening today.
So my people, now don't hear where our former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, how e don fit chook mouth about this climate change, and on like that, e go further. But more listen to how now, as me and you dey talk, how the world don dey talk about this climate change.
The world talked about wars, diplomacy, artificial intelligence. But if there is one thing they did not talk about enough, it's climate. But we did. And it's important. 2023 was the hottest year on record. 2024 will break that record. Usually climate change stories are a skip and miss. No one wants to watch them. When we do them, we see the viewership numbers dropping. All those of you who switch off, this is for you. Climate alarm bells are ringing. Summers are hotter than ever. Skiing resorts have no snow. Coffee is getting costlier, and climate disasters are turning millions into refugees. So we'll keep the focus firmly on climate change. We were at the COP28 in Dubai. Now, COP may have been a flop, but it doesn't take away from the urgency of the matter. Here's why you and I cannot ignore climate change anymore. A typhoon in Japan, landslides in India, wildfires in the US, and storms in Germany. 4 different natural disasters in 4 different corners of the planet. They make for dramatic pictures, but when we show them in the news, they're met with indifference. Show a climate story and most viewers will move on. Do you wonder why? Well, we do all the time. Perhaps people think it's a distant tragedy. It's happening to someone else, far away. It has no clear villain. So why should you care about a climate disaster that is not affecting you directly? I'll tell you why. You should care because it is affecting you in more ways than you can imagine. It is affecting the food on your plate and the money in your pocket, the sugar in your sweets and the tomato in your burgers, even the coffee in your cup. Climate change, extreme weather is impacting all of this and more. Chocolates are becoming more expensive thanks to trouble from their main ingredient, cocoa beans. Prices have been on the rise. They've increased by more than 25% within a year. You ask why? Well, we have 2 words in answer: global warming. If you say not again, I'm right there with you. Global warming can be blamed for a lot of things: heat strokes, dying fish, even a rise in dengue cases. And now you can add one more thing to that list: a cocoa crisis. Because weather is playing havoc with cocoa. Its production has been reduced drastically. In a world full of wars, artificial intelligence and viral trends, there is one issue that never gets a seat at the cool kids' table: climate change. It's the party guest that everyone ignores, the dish that you pick last in a buffet. It just doesn't have the appeal. Or in some cases, people think it's just fake. But that does not change the fact that climate change is real and it's affecting everyone. You, me, the entire world. Of course, you've heard all of this before, but what if I told you that climate change is also affecting your finances? It's burning a hole in your pocket. Last year, climate change shaved billions off the world economy. This is according to a new report that has come out. It was released ahead of the COP28 summit. And what does it say? In 2022, climate change cut 6.3% of the world's global economic output, 6.3%. So basically, the world is poorer by billions. And it's all because of climate change. As temperatures rise, so does the economic toll. Big oil is considered one of the biggest factors leading to climate change, which is what makes this week so important. Because this week, the United Arab Emirates is hosting COP28, the annual United Nations Summit on Climate Action. Some 70,000 delegates are attending. Heads of governments, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India, will be coming here. Their mission is to thrash out an agreement to safeguard our future and planet. The UAE hosting COP may seem like an irony to you, but frankly, it's also the need of the hour. Unfortunately, COP summits don't fix any of these problems. Also, getting 200-odd countries to agree to anything will always be next to impossible. So why have the COP summits at all? Millions spent organizing this event, the amount of carbon emissions from people flying in on their private jets, all for non-binding pledges and statements. And no way to force anyone into action. At this rate, COP summits will be reduced to expensive photo ops. Not the solution to the world's climate problems. While the Earth becomes more uninhabitable, India has decided to look at space. The two may not be related, but India's progress should give people hope. It certainly gave Indians pride. India became just the fourth country to land on the moon and the only one to successfully land near its south pole. It was a scientific breakthrough and sets the tone for the next space race. But the feat also drew some jealousy from both Western commentators who can't seem to get over the colonial hangover and India's perpetual pain in the neck, China. They cannot digest India's success, it seems. Well, we had some answers for all of them. Take a look. It was called 15 minutes of pure terror. And indeed it was. But what came afterwards was worth it. Joy, pride and excitement. I don't need to tell you why, because India's Chandrayaan-3 mission has succeeded. As the ISRO chairman said, India is on the moon. All eyes were focused on the mission control room in Bengaluru. It was a room full of tense faces, politicians, bureaucrats, and the most terrified of the lot are scientists. They had been here before. In 2019, India was focused on a similar mission control room. We were waiting for Chandrayaan-2 to land. It was a heartbreaking moment for the whole country. But today, all that pain has been forgotten. I'll be honest though, the countdown was nerve-wracking. ISRO had a display of how far the module was from the moon, and with each minute, it kept dropping. 40 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 10 kilometers, and finally 0. The Vikram lander had successfully arrived on the moon.